Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness events for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest, starting again in fall of 2021 and online. And we interview our practitioners and vendors, so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm thrilled today to be interviewing Jamie Pelaez. Jamie, it's great to be with you. Tell me, what is it that you do and what do you offer at our events?
Awesome. Hi, Lorelei. Thank you for inviting me. So I am a holistic weight loss coach, health coach, and I help mamas with bigger bodies to address healthy weight loss and keeping it off through cultivating greater self-love. We do this by eating, nourishing food, making time for meaningful self-care, and building a supportive community. So my ultimate goals are really to empower women to reclaim their health, to feel more joy in each day, and to feel confident and beautiful. So.
How do people get started with you? Like, I imagine people may know they want and need all those things, but they might just be struggling with something and they come to you. Like, what are the different ways in, and how do you work with each individual person?
Yeah, so I have a couple programs, but the ones I have really consistently is a one-on-one package, and then I have 2 group classes that I do. I love them all. I really love our one-on-one package. It is 6 months, 12 sessions together, so it's a time, but it takes time to put on the weight that we have, and it takes time to take it off. So the beauty of it is that it's full of support and full of love. And it's really, women come to me in a manner of different ways, right? Sometimes we know exactly what we need to be doing and we've got it all, but we just can't seem to make it happen, right? Or sometimes you're overwhelmed. There's diet culture and expectations and people get really overwhelmed by it and they just kind of shut down. Or if you were like me, it felt like Pandora's box. So I am a mama with a bigger body. This happened really slowly over, 13 years after I had my first daughter. And I was completely incapable of even addressing my weight. In one hand, it wasn't an issue. And another hand, it was this thing that I wanted to be healthier. I was starting to feel it in my body in a way that it was keeping me from living the life that I wanted. And so, I didn't want to address it. It felt too big for me. And it really, what happened was one day, I got up off the couch and I'm feeling heavy and uncomfortable. And I'm kind of hobbling to the back door to let the dog out. And my body is hurting and my joints are aching. And I realized that I was 39 at the time and I'm coaching on 40, and we joke about 40 being, you're getting old or older, but real talk, 40 isn't old. 40 is like the beginning of this, awesomeness. It's where we have so much life to live. And I wasn't supporting my body in the way I wanted to live the life that I wanted to. And I decided that I was going to lose weight, right? I was going to do this thing and it felt important to me. And time went by and I just wasn't finding success. There was this model of, eat less and willpower. And that just didn't speak to me in a way that was useful. And I'd speak to my husband and he would say, what's going on? I said, I just can't seem to do it. And I wake up every day, I'm going to do eat right. And then I would eat a handful of chocolate chips and continue on my way. So I decided that approach wasn't working for me. I put it down for a minute and I decided to actually start listening to happiness podcasts and reading happiness books and kind of do all the happiness things that I could get my hands on. And then eventually started taking their advice. And one of the things I did was start to walk outside I love the outdoors, but walking had become something that was uncomfortable for me. It felt like moving one heavy leg at a time, and I did not enjoy it. But I stuck with it, and 10 minutes turned to 15 to 30, to the point where I was walking an hour to an hour and a half every day. And it became something that I loved. My kids didn't come. I plugged in my headphones. I rocked out to music. I listened to good audiobooks. I looked at my neighbors' beautiful houses. I was feeling more connected to my neighborhood because I was out in it. And that brought me a lot of joy. At first it didn't, but with a little bit of time, oh my gosh, my body was feeling better. I was feeling better. I loved it. And it seemed to open the door to readdressing the food I was eating. And slowly but surely, I kind of crowded out the junk and started moving in really healthy things, and finding balance with this. And the weight started to come off. And I just was like, why aren't people screaming this from the mountaintop? I took care of myself and my heart and my needs, and it opened the door to start incorporating this in my everyday life. And I wanted to just tell everyone. I wanted to know more. I realized that I was probably not the first person to, learn, discover that this is a really powerful way. I got online and I found a school, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. I enrolled, I took their accelerated course, really to deepen my journey. And along that journey, I discovered that I'd really like to help other women do it as well. So, it's really, we work together. I am sort of like a guide on the side, I help, sometimes I think of our brains a bit like a jumble of yarn, right? And they can get messed up and knotted. And when we talk about it, we kind of slowly can pull that apart, with ease and gentleness, and there's tips and tricks and kindness and love that help that all unravel and make sense. And so I support women in this process. And it looks different for everybody, for sure. So it's pretty fun. So it actually is a really enjoyable experience to do it. There's sometimes tears and sometimes laughter, and but it's all a part of the journey. And then my group classes I offer, it's sort of like my transformational one-on-one, pieced apart into two parts. So we've got one that focuses on core elements of nutrition and wellness, and another class that focuses on cultivating self-care. And we do this together in the class.
Okay, so people usually do the one-on-one and they do both of the classes, or like sometimes people just do the classes, or like, how does that?
Often people will do just the one-on-one. And along with the one-on-one, you get kind of fun things. So we do, if you're in Portland, we do a grocery store tour together. If you would enjoy that. I also offer in-person and online kind of bonus things that come with that package. So that's a book club that I offer. I offer a creative night, both virtually and in person. And then a tea time where we kind of have a theme, a wellness theme that we talk about through that. And it's really about that supportive community and building people that feel good and encouraging it and are doing it with you, and that can really get it with you. So that's neat. And then you kind of, if you take the class, they're a little bit less expensive. But you're still getting the community. You're not getting all that one-on-one, but you're still getting questions answered, and you're still working through stuff, and you're still learning. So it just depends how you want to approach it and what feels best. So.
Yeah, that sounds great. Wow. And did you have any idea before that you wanted to work with people? Did it really kind of surprise you and come out of this, or?
Well, so it kind of did and kind of didn't. So when I was having success and the weight was coming off, I just was like, can I knock on everyone's door? Where are all the people? Why everyone needs to know this? I was genuinely surprised. I had never because I didn't really want to go there. I didn't want to think about my weight. I was happy. I wasn't like I was living a happy, I have a lovely family. We're active. We do cool things. It was over here in this corner. And so I didn't address it. And when it was time to address it, I knew how to be healthy, but I didn't know how to do it. And when I discovered that there was this way that felt good instead of diets and willpower, I wanted to tell everyone. And so I did know pretty quickly that I would like to work with other women. And I do say mamas, that I work with mamas. I actually work with any woman. It wouldn't need to be a mama. I do filter a lot of my experience through my experience of being a mom, but that's all, I would love to support all women who want support.
And if there was a non-binary person or a man that wanted to work with some of you,
absolutely, yes, more than welcome. I would get all the support and love. So yeah.
Anything else you want to tell? Well, I guess, are there any other different kinds of, just in case, any other modalities or any other things that you mix in the personal flavor of how you do it that you want us to know, or you've really encapsulated it for us?
Well, I really think that for the most part, I am a supporter, and you're going to get a space that is non-judgmental and loving. And, if I don't offer something that speaks to you, I am immediately, then I am open to talking and having a conversation about what someone might need or how they might like to approach it. So of course, I offer free consultations. So I offer a 50-minute kind of what I call a wellness story that we meet together and talk. And at our booth, I guess it's important to know that at the fair, at my booth, I'll be offering 30-minute sort of mini sessions. And if you come to visit me, we will start with a breathing exercise so we can kind of drop into our bodies and feel good and be present for each other. And then I will open up a loving conversation and we'll go from there. And you'll leave with sort of 1 to 3 recommendations based off of what we've discussed, and you'll have a really good idea of who I am. So that's my hope. And it should be nice. Feel nice.
Yeah, that sounds great. Sounds great. I know I took a deeper breath when you talked about the breathing exercises. I've been thinking about all the ways that I would be a great client for you. Well, sounds great. If people want to learn more about you and connect before the event or after the event, how do they find you online?
Yeah. So for the moment, all the clients I've worked with so far, I haven't actually needed social media, but I recognize the need for it. So I've been sort of diligently working at my website and social media. It's not active yet, but in the next 2 weeks, it will be. So I will be on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm formulating that and building it right now. Just have to push that button and go live with it. But for now, someone could email me at holisticwellnesswithjamie@gmail.com.
That's great. And Jamie is spelled Jamie, so people can find you. Great. Yeah. Holistic Wellness with Jamie@gmail.com. Great. Yeah. Well, it's been lovely connecting with you, Jamie. I'm excited to experience your work more myself and to have other people connect with you. And yeah, it just sounds lovely. I just appreciate the care and the passion and just it feels like you bring a deep understanding and an openness to people's experiences, kind of knowing the range of all the things that people can struggle with as they but to really honoring themselves. And
that's my hope. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity and making it feel safe. I'm so nervous, so I appreciate making it feel safe.
You're very welcome. All right. So, and everyone listening and watching, you can learn more about all of our events at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much, Jamie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.